my lovelies, it is time for my November Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And typically, the way this works is I will spin the wheel 5 times and I'll mark the board each time. I'll change out the prompts. If I get 5 marks on one slice, I have to do a bonus spin. This time I'm going to do things just a tiny bit different, and I'll explain why shortly. We're not going to do quite so many spins this time. If you watched my TBR last month, you know I had to take a month for catching up because I had gotten so far behind in all of my reading that in the end my TBR was like 30 something books. And I did read quite a bit this month. It's currently October 25th as of filming this. So I still have a few days and I'm hoping I can get a few more things read. But at this point in time, what my TBR is looking like for for November already is 23 books. So yeah. So I'm trying not to make it so outrageous that I can't get caught up. Okay, so let's go over how I did over the past 2 months in trying to get caught up. So when I played my wheel the last time, which was for my September TBR, this is what I had as far as rollovers plus all of those spins since I didn't spin in October. So we had Pollyanna by Eleanor Porter. I have not read this, so it will be rolling over. I had Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, and I have not read this. All of these are going to roll over. I had Nightfall by Shannon Messenger. I have not read this. Before She Ignites by Jody Meadows. I have not read this. Court of the Vampire Queen by Katie Robert. I have read this one. Oz Volume 2. I have not read this. Emma by Jane Austen. I have read this one. The Dragon Warrior by Katie Zhao. I have not read this. One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have read this one. And The Haunting of Lee Harker by Darcy Coates. I have read this one. So as you can see, there's still a lot that I have not read of just that. In my Cards Against My TBR, I went over how I did on all of my Have I Read It's and what the next Have I Read It winners were. But this time, for this one, I want to tell you about my Buzzword, my TBR Knockout, and things like that. So for July's Buzzword, I was to read Project Hail Mary. Haven't read it. For August, I was to read Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston, and I did read that. In September, I was to read The Start of You and Me. I did read that. October, I was to read Wild as the Witch by Rachel Griffin, and I did read that. And then for November, The Word is Good, and I have selected The School for Good and Evil, Book 3, The Last Ever After. So hopefully I can get that to fit one of my spins, because that's the one I want to read because I want to continue the series. And then for TBR Knockout, for September, I was to read The Locket and Nightfall. I haven't read either of those. For October, I was to read The Naturals and Heart of Iron. I read Heart of Iron, but I haven't read The Naturals yet. However, that is my buddy read for October for my coffee patrons, so I should get that one done by the end of the month. And then the theme for November is self-care, and I've gone ahead and figured out what I'm going to read for those already. So the first prompt is a book that you think is going to make you feel good. I selected The Best Laid Plans by Cameron Lund. And then the second prompt is an easy or relaxing book, and for that I selected Pollyanna because I think that's going to be a really quick, easy read when I do eventually read it. And then my coffee buddy read for November is going to be Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. And the book buddy pick, just a book that I have to read in November, is How Can I Help You by Laura Sims. And I do not currently have that book, but I will be getting it. Okay, so I don't have any pre-marks other than what's on here. Like, I'm not marking for any of those because I'm rolling everything over. And I'm only going to do 2 spins for this month. Just because, like I said already, I have 23 books on my TBR. So I want to try to keep the number down as much as possible so I have a chance of actually catching up. Alright. Though there are some danger zones here. Like if I land on coffee, then I'll have a bonus. I'll have to do an extra spin. Alright, so here we go. Spin number 1. Arc. Okay. That may take me a second to find an arc that I still have. So let me pause this and I'll be right back. That was actually harder than I expected. But I had picked one book and then I was starting to come downstairs and remembered, as I was thinking, wow, I really did get rid of a lot of arcs. I don't have a whole lot left. And I got to thinking, oh my gosh, most of my arcs came from when I went to Y'all Fest. And my last 2 Have I Read It's that y'all voted on were those particular hauls. And so most of those books were all arcs. So I looked to see if one of the ones that I'm supposed to read that was one of the winners, it was an arc, and it is. And that is The Best Laid Plans by Cameron Lund. So I will be reading this particular one. It says it came out April 2020. But yay! I was able to fit one on that I have to read anyway. Okay, so let me take this off. Put a mark here. And then we will pick a new prompt. They're stuck together. Blurbed. Alright. Okay, last spin, unless I land there. Contemporary. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go with Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren because it's my coffee buddy read, and I got to read that anyway, so this is perfect. Okay, so let me mark this. Let me use a different marker. I was putting this on here. Maybe it'll be okay. Last time one of these was on here, I guess it wiggled its way down and then Snicker ate it. Okay, we'll replace contemporary with blind. Okay, so here's my overall TBR for the entire month. Since this video is so short, I can add this on. So we have Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. The School for Good and Evil Book 3. I've already forgotten the title. Oh, The Last Ever After. The Locket by Stacey J. Nightfall by Shannon Messenger. The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which hopefully will get read in October. The Best Laid Plans by Cameron Lund. Pollyanna by Eleanor Porter. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. How Can I Help You by Laura Sims. One Iridescent Night by Brianna Wicks. The Looking Glass Wars by Frank Better. Furthermore by Tahara Mafi. The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd-Jones. What to Say Next by Julie Buxom. The Menagerie, and I can't remember who the author is. Oz Volume 2 by L. Frankenbaum. Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. The Candy Shop War by Brandon Mull. Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rindle. A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. Before She Ignites by Jody Meadows. The Dragon Warrior by Katie Zhao. And That Way Madness Lies, 15 of Shakespeare's most notable works reimagined, edited by Dahlia Adler. So, all of these, plus all the ones that I didn't have on hand. That's a lot. Have you read any of them? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!